All right. Welcome to another episode, YouTube, and to another live stream. This is the Oasis Optimal Opportunities. We do work in real estate, but at the same time, we like to play some financial freedom games, aka the cash flow game. Uh, just let me just double check real quick that the live is good and the sound is good for you guys, and then we're gonna get going from there. Switch. Where's the switching this channel? There you go. Uh-huh. All right. I believe if we open it like this, it should be working. Hmm. Let me just double check. Let me open here from YouTube. Just wondering why is it not showing for my account that I'm actually being live right now. Your videos. Let's see if I'm going live right now. I am live. Perfect. So you try to click this one, go to the link. All right, sweet. And the voice is good. All right, let's get into it, guys. So we are about to play a new game of cash flow. Let's try to see if we can actually invite more people to us or not. I'm just wondering if still the same glitch. So what happened yesterday, guys, real quick, is that I tried to go with my brother Lorenzo, and uh, and unfortunately we couldn't both get into the same table together. That way we can play together. So let's just try to see if we can play with other people, and let's just call it YouTube for now. Now, to whoever who don't know what cash flow is, this is the game that Robert Kiyosaki created. Robert Kiyosaki. What is it typically? Robert Kiyosaki is the one that everybody knows. He was known for playing Monopoly when he was a little kid, and he even said that in the Rich Dad Poor Dad book that he wrote. And then, oh, there you go. So I can see here people can want to try to go into the thing, but it doesn't work, unfortunately. So we're gonna unfortunately play on our own, and let's see if we can create it like this, and just go into it. All right. So what is the difference between this and the Monopoly that Robert Kiyosaki used to play when he was younger? So to all the fans of Monopoly, the main target of playing Monopoly, guys, is what? Main target was just to buy a set of lands that are right next to each other, same color, and then you start building houses or hotels, and then you start getting other players bankrupt until you end up winning the game, right? How close to real life is that? Somehow close, but is it really a day-to-day basis? Is it really practicing you, or like giving you the right practice to be able to get into this world? All right, so this game is the beauty and the good evolving or transition of Monopoly into the real world. And this is what I like to play rather than Monopoly, to be honest. Now, the best thing, you start with a job. Let's not talk a lot, and and you just pick. You don't choose a job. You typically just get it with a draw, and then you end up choosing your dream. What do you want to achieve in life? Let's say, hey, you want to go to the Cannes Film Festival. You want to have a private fishing cabin on a Montana lake. You want to have a park named after you. You want to run for the mayor. Actually, let's run for the mayor this time. All right. So one of the beautiful things that I heard before from Robert Kiyosaki is him saying like a lot of kids graduating from high school or college graduate having no idea what's a balance sheet is. What's a balance sheet? It has four main components in it: income, expenses, uh, assets, and liabilities. All right. Here in this case, I'm a K-12 teacher. My salary is $3,300. I have no real estate. I have no interest or dividends. I have expenses worth of $2,100, 2,130 every single month. It says it right here, total expenses. All right. I have no assets yet. However, you see here that you see here that I do have a house. A lot of people unfortunately say, "Oh, I have a house. That means I have an asset." Eh, wrong answer. Why? Because having a house not necessarily means that you have an asset. Because if you're paying it or paying the expenses from your pocket every single month, it's a liability, my brother. You see, if you have other properties that brings in money, what do I mean by that? Rental properties. If you buy a property, rent it out, bring in cash flow, then this property is an asset that brings in money. If you're having a property that you're living in and paying the property from your own money, guess what, my brother? Is actually an expense. It's a liability. It's not an asset. All right. And sorry for all the people that have houses and they got that dream shattered. All right, so apparently the computer is playing on our behalf. So let's just start rolling the dice. All right, so we went into a credit card, and now we have a new tennis racket for $200. And why would I even do that? Oh my God, that's the worst thing to do. You gotta pay all the expenses and stay for 2 rounds not playing. Thank God we're playing alone, so we're gonna just skip. All right, play. Mm, deal opportunity, and we only have 400 bucks in our bank account. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so that's a stock. It's called On to You Entertainment Company. Typically, guys, anything in life, especially stocks, you buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. This right here, the cost is high because the range is from 10 to 30. It's already at 30. What do you think I'm gonna do? Exactly, I'm gonna pass. Let's roll the dice again. The beautiful thing, every time you pass by those yellows, and I'm sorry that didn't explain to people who are seeing us for the first time, greens are the deal opportunities to see whether you can do what type of deal. Yellow is the ones that you actually get paid in the payday, and the other colors are explained by the time. All right. So this right here is just like a newspaper telling you that, like, hey, this stock, okay for you, drug is gonna have a split 2 to 1. So what does that mean? I'll explain it to you in just a second. All right. The next one is a deal opportunity. We don't have enough money, so we're still gonna do a small opportunity. That's a tricky one, guys. And again, it's different types of mindsets. Uh, Let me explain exactly what we have here in front of us, and I will tell you exactly what happened. Okay, so this is a home for sale. Okay, it's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath in an older area offered a highway department. The market has crashed. No bids at last week's auction. This property, you'll buy it, no money down. The downside is, let's say you rent it out for 2,000. The expenses for the house to keep the house is 2,100. So every single month you are paying from your own pocket $100. Would you buy it? I would, just for the sake of looking at the appreciation and the value of the property. If we got the chance to get any other investors to buy the property. What do I mean? You'll see it here in just a second. You see these blue parts in the on the board. This is the investors where they come in and try to see if you have properties for them that they would be interested in. All right. Now let's go to the next turn. This is charity. Now this is what I love about Robert Kiyosaki. What is it exactly? He's a man of God. And he emphasizes on the fact that all of the basically the religions are talking about is like the charity and the when you the always whenever you give charity and give out, God gives you back in, and there's a reward for it. He's trying to implement this small thing into the real life. Here it says here, donate 10% of your total income, and you can roll 1 or 2 dice like over the next 3 rounds. It's really cool. It's really worth it. Cause I'll tell you why. Let's say I gotta roll 2 dices instead of one. Now you get the chance, instead of Passing by one of those paydays, you get the chance to pass by two of those paydays. Now let's see. Hopefully, we can get the chance to do that. Okay, that's my luck, but it is what it is. Do another one. Okay. So we have a small opportunity. Let's see what we got. Same stuff. Onto you. Training range is 10 to 30. The price is already at 30. I'm a pass. Let's go to the next one. Okay, another deal opportunity. This time we actually got paid. So let's see. Huh? Onto you that we were just having a look at dropped a little bit. Now it's to $20. What does that mean? You put 2,000, you get $3,000 back. Is it the best value? I'll pass. All right. So this guy is an investor, but he only buys plexes. What is a plex? Duplex, triplex, quadruplex, or like fourplex, fiveplex, sixplex. What's a plex? It's the two houses like attached to each other. Here in the states, at least, it's called a duplex. If you have three houses next to each other, each one with a backyard, front yard, and all of that, it's called the triplex, quadruplex, and so on and so forth. All right. You have up to 10 plex and 12 plex, like several. Now, let's try to roll the dice again. Let's um, let's donate again. I don't mind. Let's roll the dice. Okay, so that's congratulations, a new baby. That's the extra expense of $180 a month. I don't know how to react for this. Yay! All right, now we have the opportunity to start digging into big deals, but it's only $6,000. Do I want to do that right now? I'll pass. The on to you. Remember, guys, when it was at $20? Right now it's at 40, so we could have doubled our money. If we put 2,000, it's actually going to be 4,000. But again, it's already at its highest, so I'll just pass. We're not going to buy any stocks on the high. You always buy stocks on the low. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, so this one right here is it's a so some would say it's an investment. Some would say it's just uh, it's a good way to save your money instead of buying saving your money as cash in the bank. Some would buy land with it, but the thing is, this land doesn't bring in any cash flow every single month. That's why I'm not a biggest fan of it. A lot of people would, because you can find some buyers that would come and buy land, but again, it's not my cup of tea. Now, this guy here right here is coming to buy. Oh, he's apartment house buyer. We don't have no apartments, sir. So to the next turn. All right. Now here's onto you. The same exact stock dropped to $10. Now we can at least buy some. I won't buy like something crazy. Probably only $2,000 or so, and we can at least triple our money. Actually, I take it back. Let me drop it to 1,000. I don't want to drop a lot of money into this stock. That's only gonna be three times, because some people are gonna be like, "You were saying only three times?" Yeah, because I've played this game before, and I know the potential you can actually jump into. Now that's another condo buyer. He buys two bedroom, one bath. I had some of those before, but not in this round. We only have a three bedroom, two bath house. Now, excuse me, guys. I'll just have a sip of coffee real quick. Drop comment down below, guys. What type of coffee are you a coffee drinker or not? And if you are, do you like the ground coffee or like the instant coffee that melts like Nescafe or something like that? All right, handicapped. Why would I even park in the handicapped zone? I wouldn't do that in real life. All right, good. At least we didn't jump into another kid. Let's do a small deal. Okay, that's a mutual fund. It's called Grow for Us. It's again, it's at 30 right now, and it goes anywhere from 10 to 30. I don't want to do that. I'll pass. Let's go next. Demand for bed and breakfast. Okay, we could have had an opportunity. Let's say because we always keep doing buy like a small opportunity. One of the big ones is actually buying a bed and breakfast instead of buying a house. You just get a step further and a step higher. This is an investor that is interested in one of those. Unfortunately, no dinero, sir. All right, let's see. Oh, let me explain. I explained it yesterday, but whoever was not here yesterday, let me explain it to you guys real quick. That's a certificate of deposit that the banks offer. Again, every country is different. I've seen some countries that the certificate of deposit goes over 20% cash on cash return, or return on investment for other folks that don't know that term. But let me explain to you guys exactly what does that mean. So you put in $5,000 and you bring in $20 every month. So if you do $20 times 12, you bring in $240 every single year. If you divide that by 5,000, multiply by 100, you're bringing in 4.8% cash on cash return. It's guaranteed money from the government or like from the bank, but am I putting $5,000 to only bring in 4% or 5% for $20 a month? Is it the best investment ever? Hell no. That's why I'm gonna pass. That's the beauty about this game, because again, everybody has a different mindset. Others would be like, "Of course I'll buy. It's 5% guaranteed every month." I was like, "Bro, you can do much more with other stuff or other types of investments." So that's another Plex buyer. I don't know what's going on with the world of duplexes and plexes. All right, let's do another small one. I don't mind. Okay, that's a beautiful deal. Let me show it to you guys. So this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. You buy it for $2,000 down, and you're bringing in $220 a month. What's that? What does that mean? That means basically you're this property, you're renting it for 1,000, and after renting it out and putting all the expenses and this and that, call it, let's say you're doing all the expenses and this and that, and you're bringing cash flow of $220 a month net into your pocket. So 220 times 12 divided by 5,000. Oh my god, the number is just music to my ears and my eyes. It's 52.8% cash flow. That means that in less than 2 years, guys, you're gonna have your money back. And the amount of appreciation that is gonna go to the property. Remember those investors that come and buy the plexes and all of that? Down the road, we are gonna see investors that are gonna be interested in buying such properties that we have, and you'll see the type of money they're gonna spend for that $35,000 deal that we just about to buy right now. All right, let's see what we have next. Oh my god, I just mentioned it. I'm calling it. All right. So we have two properties. The first one, no money down. We were bringing a minus $100 every month. We were paying out of pocket for every time it's being rented. And and the second one we literally just bought right now for $35,000, $2,000. I mean $5,000. I mean $2,000 cash and $220. Was it 200? Was it $5,000 cash or 2,000? I forgot. Anyways, each one of them is there's a cash buy right now. Hey, calling. Hey, announcement. I'm coming in. I'm buying any 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I don't care for the condition. I'm paying 135,000 per house. Let's see how much money we're gonna make. This one, first one, we're gonna net $85,000 equity in my pocket. So we're gonna do that. And the second, oh my god, you're gonna have $102,000. Again, we bought it for $2,000 or $5,000 down. The property value was 35K. We are, and I believe because it says here 33,000, which is the mortgage amount, right? We bought it for $2,000 down, and we're netting $102,000. Thank the Lord. Now look at that. We have in cash $194,000. A lot of people are gonna start jumping into the home mortgage, into the car loan. Oh, let me pay this, let me pay that, let me pay this, let me pay that. It's not the smartest move. So, but again, let's wait and see. What's the next thing we could do? Apparently, we can do 2 rounds of golf after this type of money, right? All right, now, let's jump into a big deal. Mm, let me share this with you. It's another 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Nothing so crazy. Remember the other one? We bought it for $2,000 down, and we were bringing in $220 a month. This one we bring in $7,000 down, and it's netting $300 a month. So let's say it's being rented for 2,000. Our expenses are 1,700, including the property management, the capex. When whoever doesn't know the capex is called the capital expenditure, right? The expenses you pay to make sure the property down 10 years is actually worth what it's worth in 10 years, not worth a lot less because it needs to be fixed, right? So $300 a month times 12 is bringing in $3,600, which tells me already in less than 2 years you're gonna bring in your money back. So it's over 50% cash and cash return. What is Muji gonna do? Muji's gonna pass. All right, my intentions was to buy it, but anyways, it is what it is. So to the next one. Lorenzo would be so happy because he told me yesterday, take off your mouse from the past because you're about to, and I just did right now. Let's roll. All right, another big opportunity. Let's do the numbers on this one. That's a car wash, guys. You buy a car wash, $50,000 down. You're bringing in $1,500 a month. So $1,500 a month times 12 is $18,000 a year. If divide that by 50,000, it's about 36% cash on cash return. It is amazing, by the way, guys. Just to let you know, again, every investor is different. Every multimillionaire is different. They have different types of mindsets, but a lot of them, if they see an opportunity with a net of 30,000 or yes, I mean 25 or 30% cash on cash return, they're jumping on it. They're gonna jump on it. So this is bringing in 36 solid. So I'm definitely buying this. If you can look here, that bar, and to whoever doesn't know that or have not been here before, this bar right here, if you see, it's called passive income. And these are the amount of expenses for you to have every single month that you're paying. Remember, we were paying 2,300 now. What's the goal of this game, guys? Is to achieve the financial freedom. Is to have enough passive income to cover all your expenses. I don't want to keep working my whole life. I want to do an early retirement. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that has that. A lot of people out there have the exact same dream, is to retire early, have enough income to be coming without you having to work really hard for it. What's the difference between a passive income and an active income, real quick? Active income, you gotta bust your ass, work really hard. It doesn't matter what type of job you are. If you're waking up early to go and become a lawyer, you're Uber driving, you're becoming a doctor, whatever job it is. If you work for it and you go and you do some sort of activity, that's called active income. You follow? And if you have some sort of real estate and you're renting that out and you have rental properties and it's bringing in Airbnb, you're bringing in every single month cash flow. Guess what? That's called passive income. You don't need to work hard for it. You're literally, you can be sleeping right there. Dividend stocks, like you buying Amazon's about buying stocks from Amazon or Coca Cola or whatever type of dividend stocks you can buy. Average is 8 to 12% a year for most of those big companies. Let's say you buy. Do the math. I don't need to explain that for you. My point is that's called passive income. I can be sleeping in my bed, and my money is just like coming in, is being generated. I don't need to work for it. This is what the wealthy do. This is how they retire early. So far, so good. All right, let's jump to the next one. All right, so let's do another big opportunity. 10, 20 acres of land. I'll pass. Now you guys know my mindset so far. Another big one. Okay, let's do the numbers on this one. I don't know if it's gonna be that good or not. I think we did. I think we did. That's $1,800 a year. So that what is that? Some 36%. 150 times 12 divided by 7,000. Oh, that's even less. So that guys is bringing in. Oh, the other one was $300. It was cashing flow. It was cash flow $300. That's bringing in 25% cash on cash return. By the way, guys, I'd still buy it. It's positive cash flow. It's solid. It's bringing. It's not so much money down. I mean, it is some sort of a lot of money down compared to the type of cash flow we're bringing in. But hey, if we have the luxury to buy the those types of deals, I'm gonna buy it for sure. All right, new bowling ball. Why? I could just rent a fucking lane and then I don't need to buy the balls. Excuse my Egyptian guys. All right. So of course we're gonna jump into a big opportunity. That's a beautiful one. I can easily say this is gonna be over 60% cash and cash return. But just to for you guys to show you the numbers, we buy this is a duplex. Remember the other types of investors that jump in into buying a duplex. So this is a duplex. The cost is 60K. You put $6,000 down. You rent both properties, and then you're gonna walk out with this $300 cash flow. So 300 times 12 divided by 6,000 is exactly 60% cash and cash return. So what do you think Muji's gonna do? I'm gonna do another pass. Of course, I'm gonna buy it. Now, before I even end the turn, let me borrow. I mean, why did I borrow? I mean, like, let me repay. What is that? Now I can see what type of high monthly payments that I could pay. I can just get rid of. If I paid off the house, the mortgage already for $50,000, we already have enough. This will cut our monthly payments by $500, and this is exactly what we need in order for us to reach the financial freedom right there. The difference between 2310 and 1950, that's way less than 500. So if we paid off the home mortgage, we're good, you know. So let's try to do this. Actually, let's do this. I want to be more frugal so I can keep more money for the future round. Let's see if it's even gonna make any difference. I have 23 down, 2310 minus 1950. We have $360. So if I add 10 and 90 is 190 plus 50 is 240. We don't have enough. So let's just pay off the house and congratulations, guys. You are out of the rat race. Now, has built up their passive income to be greater than their total expenses, they have entered the fast track. So this right here, guys, that we picked the dream at is called the fast track. You receive 10x your passive income, purchase your dream, or increase your cash flow day income by $50,000 to win the game. Let's jump over there. We are going to start with $195,000. Let's roll the dice. Again, we went to somebody else's dream, so we're gonna end the turn and we will roll the dice again. Yacht racing. We don't need no yacht racing. Hmm. This is a 40% cash and cash return business. So you buy it for $150,000, which we have the money for, and it will bring in $5,000 every single month. If you do it, go ahead and do the math. 5,000 multiplied by 12 equals $60,000. If you divide that by 150,000, it will give you that 40% that they're just mentioning on the screen right there. What does that mean? It basically means that it will take you typically maybe 2.5 years in order for you to achieve. Actually, take it back. Um, yeah, it will basically take you about 2.5 years in order for you to pay off or to bring in the money that you paid for such a business. And then after the third year or 2.5 years, every single dollar after that will be pure profit whatsoever. Of course, we're gonna buy such a project or a business. I mean, thank God we didn't reach here. We were gonna do an audit and we lose half of our cash. Again, just like the small rat race right here, the yellow ones is the one that you. It's the payday that you get paid. All right. Now, okay, that's a nice business. 40% cash and cash return as well. However, we don't have the money to buy in, so we're gonna have to roll the dice again. That one is a better option. The first business we did buy was 40% cash and cash return. This one is the same amount of $150,000 buy in. However, we're bringing in 48%, close to 50% every single month. We're gonna buy it. It's not the greatest, but it's still decent. Good. We jumped into another yellow, which means we got paid again. So if you look now, remember, Now we get paid with all both businesses bringing in money every year. So now we should have almost $300,000. Sweet, huh? Now let's jump. All right, this is a 60 unit apartment building and is bringing in $8,000 every single month, 32% cash and cash return. Again, that's a pretty decent cash and cash return for real estate. I mean, like for residential real estate. I'm considering it right now. Should I even consider doing this or not? $300,000 for only 8,000. You know what? I'll buy it. I'll buy it. It's not the greatest, but I'll still buy it. Let's see what's next. So that one right here is 37%, which is still almost pretty similar. All right, this is 36% cash and cash return. Unfortunately, we don't have the money for it. Roll the dice again. Come on, bro. Let's get paid. Thank you. Let's hopefully avoid this one right here. Are you just listening to me? Okay, so we just lost half of our cash, so this is gonna drop to 100K. Of course not. Oh my god, this is a 50% cash on cash return, guys. In 2 years, we're gonna bring our money back. You're bringing in $60,000 a year right here. $60,000. All right, let's just roll the dice again. All right, this is exactly what I was waiting for. You here give charity once, and you'll keep rolling the dice 3 times every time. Boom. Oh my god. We were one step away from having an audit and lose another half of our cash. The good side here of what just happened, we just passed by the payday here, so we are going to make some money. We have 225 in our pocket right now. All right, let's roll the dice 3 times again. Oh, here's some gambling, and I don't know if I want to do this. I will read it to you guys. So this is, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 250,000 shares at 10% per share. If, listen to this, if you roll 6 on one die, shares go to $2 a share, not 10 cents a share, 2 cents a share. So you're getting 5 times cheaper. Get $500,000 worth of cash from the bank, roll less than 6, then you get a 0. Worst possible, what worst case scenario, you're gonna lose $25,000. What do you think we should do, guys? Let's see the chat. What do you think we should do, guys? You think we should take the risk? Let's just take the risk and see. We rolled 1, not 6, not 5, not 4, not 3, not 2. We rolled 1. So we just lost $25,000. That's why I freaking hate gambling, guys. Alright, oh my god, another gambling ship. Excuse my Egyptian, guys. So you here buy $500,000 at 10 cents a share. If you roll 5 or 6, oh my god, roll 5 or 6, you get $1 a share. And then you end up getting $500,000 cash from the bank. Roll the less than 5, you get a 0. Now the stakes are higher. Now it's doubled. You're not paying 25,000. You're actually paying 50,000. Oh my god, it's so intriguing. But again, I think gambling is haram. Bye. See? Fuck! I said gambling is haram. Another. Oh my god! Every time I keep like getting closer to this, I just like almost shit my pants. Okay, so that's buying a forest. I don't need to buy. I don't want to buy a forest. All right. I already have this business, right? Yeah. I had this yesterday for my dream. I could have just ended the game right there. Let's roll the dice again. Roll the dice again. Roll the dice again. Oh my god, another close one. Alright, so my dream is right there. Let's just do a one dice right now. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Talk to me. Alright, so I am about to run for the mayor. I would buy it right now, and right now I'm achieving my dream after having $1.4 million in my bank account. But hopefully, God, hope you hear. And Mr. Oasis Optimal Opportunities just won the game. Guys, it was a pleasure having you guys here on the stream. Please, if you like this and watch this after the live, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you learned anything here. And if you were just here until the very end, like, type in the text end, and I will understand that you guys watched with me until the end. And I really appreciate you guys, and I will mention you for sure in the very next live. You have a blessed one. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys to the next one. Bye bye.